blew me away. You're gonna blow Hollywood away through this performance, and it is just an honor and a gift to be graced with your time. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I wanted to first start out by saying Manny is such a terrific character, and really you're seeing the joys and the darker sides of old Hollywood, of the golden age of Hollywood through his character. I have to ask, did you draw from any particular real life inspirations or fictional inspirations about the golden age of Hollywood prepare for your role as Manny Torres?
I talked with Demian a lot about like the Latin community in that time of Hollywood, you know. And there was a couple of guys, for example, Guillermo Novarro. He was Mexican. He was an actor. There was René Cardona, a little late, like most like in the early 30s. He was a Cuban producer. But honestly, Demian and I, we created Manny more with like both of our researches and like a fictional character. Everything in Babylon is just a touch of like the actual life, like based in true events, but it's most of it like fictional situations.
It makes sense. It's well, you guys created a strong character that's very rich and very complex. So I loved what I saw on screen. Um, so because we're from a publication called The Nerds of Color, it's really cool to see something of a revisionist history film where a character of color is able to ascend the ranks to become this powerful studio executive. As a person of color yourself, certainly one in the industry, what was it like to see this happen for a role that could have gone to a white actor, any white actor, possible, being created as a Latino actor with this much power?
I mean, I'm pretty conscious that these kind of opportunities and this role, like the lead on a Damien Chazelle movie with Brad Pitt and Margot, for a newcomer, no, for a Mexican, like a new actor in a way, it's not like a daily situation, you know. It's like very weird and very uncommon, and I feel so lucky and grateful. At the same time, because I know that Damian could also cast like one of the famous guys, you know, the famous Mexican or Latin actors, but he wanted like a new face, and he wanted also someone that could relate with Manny the way I did, and and I'm still doing it, right? Like a new guy here is my first invitation to this kind of party as a guest, and I'm planning to stay. And I feel very lucky also to put a face in if like in 30 years there's another Mexican or Cuban or Colombian actor, or even some for research or fun, some Latin guy that is looking for like the face of a Mexican successful actor or director or producer in the 20s. At least there's a fictional movie with that face, you know.
Yeah.
And it's important to have a face in your dreams. I think that's so important. Like when I was seeing like Salma Hayek, for example, when I was like younger, or Gael Garcia Bernal or Diego Luna, those stories make you dream and believe that things are possible. And I think dreaming is pretty important in this life and this business.
Absolutely. I know Damien loves the theme of dreams in a lot of his movies, whether it's Whiplash, whether it's La La Land, and now certainly Babylon. And he really explores a lot about the highs and lows of those dreams, particularly in this case, dreams within the industry, and the industry evolving. As an actor in Hollywood today, you are an active participant in the idea of Hollywood evolving. Certainly, you've worked on streaming shows, you're working in theatrical now, and you're working in a time where people of color are getting more opportunities as well. Did the film's themes about the highs and lows of dreams and the industry evolving really impact the way that you're dealing with the industry changing and sometimes the fickle nature of Hollywood? And if so, what were the takeaways for you?
I think it's just magical, you know. That's luck. That's actually luck. I don't believe in luck like, oh, you got a role because you're so lucky. I think that it's a lot. It's like it's so many different elements to put you in one place, in one situation. So many decisions you already decide. But in this case, it's like just being so lucky. So like life put Margot in front of me, and we played these scenes in Damien's backyard. And I literally keep thinking that something like magical happened that day, at least in my life, because I was able to perform one of the best scenes I ever performed. You're never gonna watch it because it's not in the movie, but I felt something, you know. You sometimes felt like the god of cinema comes down to earth and touches you, and I felt that, and it just happened. She's just such a hard worker, such a kind person, but at the same time, like she's fearless as an actress. Fearless is a good word, you know, like she can go higher and higher and higher all the time. And that makes you like to do the same, you know, it's contagious. So I'm just grateful to be able to work with her and I don't know, the chemistry. Sorry, your question, I just went to the other side, but the chemistry is something that it just happened, you know, two cinema lovers acting about, so making a movie about loving movies. Meant to.
It's amazing to see, honestly. And if I could ask one final question of you, you've touched on it throughout this interview, and I love hearing about it, honestly. But you're being called really the biggest breakout star of the year, and in a movie with you getting serious Oscar buzz, but the movie itself also getting serious Oscar buzz. From Narcos to here, what has that journey been like for you?
Wow, well, it's my life, what we're talking about. It's been incredible in so many ways, but also it's been like hard. I mean, I worked in so many different areas, and I think there's a lot of moments in the last 5 years in my life that I've been blessed with the idea of, oh, this is something. So, you know, like when I was cast for Narcos, I was like, wow, this is the opportunity, you know, this is one of the greatest shows right now. Wow. Then it's Babylon. And now I just don't want to lose that beginner's eyes, but at the same time, earn it, you know, and embrace it. I think that's a very tricky spot between like, okay, I can do everything, and the beautiful sensation of still be able to be amazed by everything. So I just have to measure that.
Well, sir, you are absolutely earning it, and this is only the beginning. I can't wait to see for people to see Babylon and for people to see more Diego Calva. We need more
Thank you.
Diego Calva in our lives. Thank you very much for your time.
Professional artists and professors, maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC in full color. You see me, the hard knock life, comics, movies, and TV. Yeah, pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this.